10 now for Texans at their own 24. They'll start out here with a jet sweep and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try. 25 on 2nd and 10. Mills. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Mills. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Tyreek Hill taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A little juke. And some space here. Jukes by again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The last 2 plays from scrimmage in this ball game, pretty eventful. He throws the interception. The other guys, boom, 1 play in there in the end zone. So now he's got to try to bounce back. 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pierce has it knocked loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's go do this. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. Let's go, y'all.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Mills now. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And it's fielded at the 34. Able to slither by. A second fake. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Pushes past him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. Touchdown. Durham Smythe. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we've come upon halftime in the bit. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. They juked him. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Tua on the move to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 28-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big...
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you could just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations Simply have not matched the result. And the ball is out. Burkhead lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. They're going to try and run. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Short kick, one of the up middle. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Here we go, back.
They'll try and run it here. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Kicks it on the ground with a squint. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them. And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Kicks it on the ground with a squib. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, good move. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and 10, Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left to throw, Mills. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Waddle now to return it. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Glendale.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
They go play action with Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. On the move past the 40.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you
get
miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and, of course, leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold.
I'm the coach, and we've just cleared the playing field. You're the next lucky contestant. This is the gauntlet. Beat the challenge. Earn a life.
Ready. Come on, set. Ready. Ready. Hot, hot. Here we go, here we go. Get up. Ready, set. Check, check. Ready, ready.
Well, that was a bit surprising.
Bronco
No
switch,
worries,
Bronco
though.
switch.
5 lives left.
Ready up. Go. Here we go. Set.
R-E-L-A-X. Relax. 4 lives left.
Ready,
Sorry,
ready.
but there's no cruise control here. You still got
Ready.
3 lives left. You know, there's no do-overs in
Ready.
gauntlet mode. Just 2 lives left.
Ready. Hot, hot.
All right, it's Katie bar the door time. Just 1 life left. In one corner is you. In the other corner, the gauntlet. Give me the gauntlet mode.
Ready. Set up. All ready. Right. Let's go now. Ready, ready?
You still got what I like to call the 5-finger discount. 5 lives left.
Hut. Go.
still plenty of time. You've got 4 lives left.
Every day, let's do what we do. Ready? Start. Come on. Check. Check out.
All right, a little hairy, I admit.
Ready.
3 lives left.
Ready.
It was right there, man. You've got 2
Ready.
lives left.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot, hot. Hey. Get up. Here we
Only
go.
the doctor can save him. 1
Ready,
life
ready?
left.
Ready. Hut. Get up. Go.
Finito. Out of lives. I'm the coach. There are 40 levels. This is the gauntlet.
Okay, break. Set, hut. On the
Keep your
double.
head in the game. Still 5
Hut, hut.
lives left.
Ready. Set, go. Here
You
we
see,
go.
I would have passed this,
Hut.
but you didn't. 4 lives left.
Come on, set. 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 Ready. Set. Ready. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Set. Done. On the
This
set.
is boss mode.
Ready? Up. On the ready? Hut. we go. Here we go. Ready. Ready, ready. Switch, yellow. Check, pink. Okay,
He passed
ready?
the cost to be the boss. The boss is here.
Ready, ready.
Six. What's that?
Here we go. Set. Set.
At some point, you can't keep failing. You've got 3 lives left. What's that?
Set. Hut. Hut, hut.
There's a new boss in town. I bet you wish you were a little farther. I get it. Just 2 lives left.
Me and you, baby. Me and you.
Down. Set. Go.
I've
Ready.
still got faith in you. You do well under pressure. 1 life left.
Smith red. All right.
That is it. Game over.
Ready
Many
up.
have tried, but only a few have made it. This is the gauntlet mode.
Set. Let's go. Ready. Here we
Keep
go.
your head up, chin up.
Hut, hut.
Do not go in the tank. You've still got 5 lives left.
Come on, set. Ready, go. Set. Hut, go. Set,
Fine.
ready,
Keep cool. No big deal. We're gonna get this. 4 lives left.
ready. Got it. Ready, ready. Here we
Whoa!
go, here we
It is
go.
rarer than a precious metal. You've got 2 lives.
Set. Ready, ready. Set, hut. Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Ready, break. Set, go. Here we go, set. Yellow, lining.
Boss
now.
level.
All right.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Set,
Come
hut.
on now. Keep your head in the game.
Set.
We still got time. 5 lives left.
Down.
4 lives left.
Ready.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Ready.
All right, let's get this thing in gear.
Hut, hut.
We've got 3 lives left.
Make plays, y'all. Make plays.
Let's go. Ready, go.
What's that?
Ready. Hut, go.
That. What's that?
Here we
Here
go.
we go. Unleash the
Ready.
boss.
Ready, set. Ready, ready. Come on, set. Set.
What happened? Just 2 lives left.
Set, hut. Set, ready. Hut, hut.
What's that?
Here we
Good
go,
luck.
here we go.
The boss isn't as forgiving as I am.
Set, go. Ready,
It would be a
ready.
good time for an extra life challenge.
All right.
You only have 1 life left. I thought today was a lot of fun. For me, you're out of lives. Millions have tried, only a few of you have made it. This is the gauntlet.
Wait, set. Ready, hit. Wait, set. Regular. Wait, set. Rip. Green 80, hit! Wait, set! Alert! Wait,
Chill out for a minute. It's an extra life challenge.
Goal skip! Wait, set! Shadow! Wait, set! Wait, hit!
Oh man, you've got to this level? It's the boss.
Let go! Ready?
Keep cool, baby. We've still got
Ready?
6 lives left.
Wait, set! Forward. Two.
The boss has been unleashed.
Wait, 20 hit! Wait,
Pull yourself up. Chest out.
Let's go up.
You still got 5 lives left. Okay, do me a favor. Give me the controller. I'll finish this off.
Hey, both.
You've got 4 lives left.
All hit!
Three lives down, 3 lives left.
All hit! Wait, set! Hey, Alabama.
We are all rooting for you. Come on! 2 lives left.
Alert! Wait,
Get
set!
out the defibrillator. Just 1 life left.
Take it! Wait, set! Alpha!
Oh boy, here comes the boss. You are out of lives.
Wait,
Hey
set!
guys, this is the coach, and welcome to the Gauntlet mode.
72!
You won an all-expense-paid trip to the Gauntlet. Too bad for you.
Martin!
Yo, check this out, my man. It's an extra life challenge.
Outside!
Even Steven. You've got 6 lives left.
Yellow! Outside! Yellow! Outside! Yellow! Outside! Outside! Outside!
Do you have what it takes to beat the boss?
Outside!
You've got a handful of lives left.
Outside!
You have 4 lives left.
Outside!
3 lives down. 3 to go.
Yellow,
Danger
yellow!
time. Only 2
Outside.
lives left.
Yellow!
This is it. We've come down to the
Outside.
final one. Just 1 life remaining. Good shot. Better luck next time. Out of lives.